Okay, it's that time of day, and we do have quorum. This is a public meeting to consider the proposed comprehensive official plan and zoning bylaw amendments listed as items 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on today's agenda. For the items just mentioned, only those who make oral submissions today or written submissions before the amendments are adopted may appeal the matter to the local planning appeal tribunal. In addition, the applicant may appeal the matter to the local planning appeal tribunal if council does not adopt an amendment within 90 days of receipt of the application for zoning and 120 days for an official plan amendment. And the comment sheet, which I don't think anybody's taken advantage of with the exception of Murray Chown, maybe a couple of the applicants. Even the media is not here today, so. If anybody surprisingly has any motions that they'd like to put on the floor as early as possible, you do? Oh, no, don't help us out. We don't need that help. We can unvote you off of this hill. All right. So it's the only regrets, we have Councillor Shirelli has previously indicated his absence, but you'll note that Councillor Hubley isn't here because he's away. So he's not here either. And I haven't heard from Councillor Dudas. And declarations of interest, we have one from Councillor El Shantiri.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I, Councillor Eli Al-Shantiri, declare potential direct procurement interest on Item 8, Planning Committee Agenda 15, Zoning Bylaw Amendment 2019, Flood Relief Provision, as I own a property in the area affected by the May 2017 flooding event.
Thank you. Confirmation of minutes from the meeting of October 10th. Is that carried? Thank you. Response to inquiries, we have that in our package. The inquiry was on possible regulatory controls for alcohol and sports betting uses. Okay. We're not doing that until we go through the whole thing. Sorry, everybody, I got a cold overnight. I should have stayed home, I think. Okay.
Yeah, do you want some tea?
I don't know. Thank you. Item number 1 is application for demolition and new construction at 7370-77 Gig Avenue. Murray, you're here for that. Do you need to speak if we don't need to listen to you or hear from you or ask you questions? Okay, so this is an application for demolition and new construction. On this item, is it carried? We have at least 2 people from the Built Heritage Committee on this planning committee, right? Who's the third? Who? Riley? Oh. Item number 2 is the same address. It's a zoning bylaw amendment for 73-77 Gig Avenue. Murray's here for that as well. Any questions for Murray? Do you need to speak, Murray? Thank you. Is the item carried? Thank you. Item 3 is the site plan control, which Councillor, all I have to tell you is that we don't have to deal with that because Councillor Fleury has returned delegated authority to staff. Okay? So the matter has been withdrawn from the agenda. Did you know that, Murray? Yes, I did. Okay. I don't want to make it all about you, but I see your name here again, so I just thought it. All right, so item number 4 is 3802 and 3812 Greenbank Road. We have, what? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So we have Tim Bede and Brian Casagrande are here from FOTAN on this item. Does anyone have any questions for them? Do you guys need to speak? All right, thank you. Is this item carried? Perfect. Next item is also in Barrhaven. Zoning bylaw amendment, part of 3960 Greenbank Road. Hugo, you're here for your last time as Minto? Hugo is leaving. He's going to Kaivan, following Sue Murphy. Yeah. It's all the buzz in the industry. Anybody have any questions for Hugo? No? Hugo, do you need to speak? If we... Okay, thank you. So is this item carried? Thank you. Item number 6 is in Councillor Blaze ward, zoning bylaw. I almost said riding, by the way. Almost rolled off my lips there. Zoning bylaw amendment, 2564 10th Line Road in Cumberland. Julie Carrera. Julie, there you are, is here if you have any questions. Anybody? Any questions? No? No? So do you need to speak still? Great. Is this item carried? Carried. Perfect. Okay. The next item up is in Councillor Eglai's ward. It's 1970 Maryville Road and 22 Slack Road, the old City of Nepean Hydro building, more recently Hydro Ottawa building, and now has a new owner. And Vice Chair Tierney.
Great, Madam Chair. Therefore, be resolved that Planning Committee defer the report of the zoning bylaw amendment for 1970 Maryville Road and 22 Slack Road to the next scheduled Planning Committee meeting on November 14th, 2019. And further, be resolved that pursuant to the Planning Act, subsection 3417, no further notice be given.
And Julie, you're here on that item too, and you agree with the deferral? Thank you. Okay, so is that item deferred? Thank you very much. Item 8, where Councillor Al Shantiri has declared an interest. You need to back away from the table. Tend to walk away. Declaration, so zoning bylaw amendment, 2019 flood relief provisions. I have no speakers signed up. Does anyone want to say anything about this? No? Noted, Councillor Al Shantiri has left the table. So on this item, is it carried? Carried? Thank you. Oh, John, you almost missed it. Okay, Eli, we're done with that one. Number 9 is stormwater management guidelines for the Pinecrest Creek Westboro area. Councillor Vice Chair Tierney.
Great. Also again, Madam Chair, therefore be resolved that Planning Committee defer the report for stormwater management guidelines for the Pinecrest Westboro area to the scheduled Planning Committee of November 14th, 2019.
Is that carried? Thank you. Number 10 is the status update, the Planning Committee inquiries and motions for the period ending October 10th. Is that item received? Good. Now we have one item to add to the agenda. Look, it's not even 20 to 10, so bear with me. Vice Chair Tierney?
Yeah, and this is a minor thing, Madam Chair. I'm just going to go to therefore be resolved that Planning Committee recommend to Council that the application for the Committee of Adjustment be permitted with respect to the property at 541 and 545 Rideau Street for minor variance associated with the proposed development. And this is supported by staff.
So first of all, we have to waive the item onto the agenda. Is that carried? Okay. Did everybody see this motion before? It was in the package, yeah, last night. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. Okay, so how about this? Who's our staff person that would speak to this? So just come up and tell us why we're doing it then. Thank you.
Morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. A waiver is needed under the requirements of the Planning Act. There's a 2-year moratorium from the passing of a zoning bylaw that does not allow an applicant to apply for or make application to the Committee of Adjustment. This waiver would allow them to make that application. It by no means gives them an approval for the variances they seek. It's just a procedural requirement they need to satisfy. Yes, we do, Madam Chair, and the applicant has already consulted with the councillor and the Community Association on the upcoming application.
What variances do they anticipate?
Ask him.
What variances does the applicant anticipate bringing to the committee?
The variances they're going to ask for is to allow for amenity space to be included within their existing mechanical penthouse of their building.
And this is Councillor Fleury's ward?
And he supports it, and so does the
Councillor.
community.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so is the item carried? Good. Other business? Sorry, other business? Okay, well, guess what? We'll see you again on November the 14th.